Hi, this is Lisa Bloom from Story Coach. It was a few months back. I was at an event and I had an opportunity to speak in front of a large audience about the power of story. I deliberated how I was going to connect with them, and then I said this. So it was many years ago. I arrived home after a very long day at work. I was pretty exhausted. I opened the door and found my boyfriend sitting on the couch, which was pretty much where he'd been when I left that morning, and there were several empty bottles of beer beside him. He offered me a drink and I said I was going to run and have a shower. When I walked through the bedroom, I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror. I had very short hair at that time and the tiredness was kind of on my skin. I walked into the shower, turned it on really hot, and it blasted down and it felt blissful. And that's when it happened. As I reached for the soap, a long black hair wrapped itself around my arm, just like those black thoughts that had wrapped themselves around my mind for so many weeks and months. But now there was proof. And in that moment, I felt like my life was over. That's where I stopped the story. And when I stopped, I looked around and you could hear a pin drop. Everything was completely silent, and we're talking 350 people. And I realized that this is the power of story, the power to engage and connect. When that happens, people not only identify with you and identify with their own story that relates to what you told them, but they also remember you. And that's incredibly powerful. And that's what business story mastery is all about. It's about the ability to tell powerful stories from your experience, from these really meaningful moments in your life, so that you can connect with your potential clients and they begin to trust you, because there is nothing that builds trust better than an authentic story. Okay, so there's 3 things that I want to tell you about business story mastery, and that's so that you can figure out if this is a good fit for you and join us for the program. The first is that your story matters. And you may think you don't have a story, or you don't know how to tell it, or that people aren't really interested in your story. But I want to tell you that your story really does matter. In fact, it makes a huge difference. If you can discover what your story is and then speak with that passion, that authenticity, and that level of connection about what you do, then people are going to be so much more attracted to you and your programs and your services. It makes a huge, huge difference. So the second thing is that when you discover your story, you've crafted it, you have clear intention and a huge amount of clarity in general around the way you can speak about what you do. Well, what happens is that you suddenly become aware of all kinds of opportunities, and you get the chance to impact and influence and just voice what it is that you do with such a different type of energy that, again, it makes a huge difference. And you will see that suddenly people will find you, you'll get invited to do all kinds of things. I mean, even over the last few months, I have been invited to do so many interviews, tele-summits, live speaking opportunities. And it's not because I necessarily went out and looked for them all, but it's because people hear my story, they connect with me, and they want to do the work. So this is what happens when you find your story. The opportunities suddenly become clear and you have the confidence to go out there and take them. The third thing I want to tell you is that Business Story Mastery is not one of these programs where hundreds of people register and there's all these pre-taped videos and lots of stuff to download and then you're on your own. We are a small group of people. You are going to get supported the whole way. We will have weekly meetings which are very interactive. You'll get a chance to be specifically coached on your stuff, the places where you're stuck, and you will get it done. Now, especially the VIP session that I'm offering as a very, very special bonus. This is a chance for you to work with me for a fraction of the cost that it would normally be, and we will get that particular story project finished. So whether it's your book proposal or your introduction for your signature talk, or even crafting your signature talk structure, whether it's your bio page, whether it's part of your website, whether it's just the way you network, or whether it's any type of project that you want to get finished, finally done, that's what's going to happen at the VIP session. So you'll get a huge amount of support throughout the program. You'll get these very special bonuses, and you are going to really see a huge shift in your business. So that's it. If you have any questions, if you think you might be interested but you're not sure, hop on a Skype call with me and let's see if the match is there. Let's see if this is a good fit. And I do hope you'll join me for Business Story Mastery. So check it out, businessstorymastery.com. We're starting on Monday. Okay, I'll see you there.